This is Mark Rodriguez.
This is Johnny Rodriguez.
And you're watching the Video Game Masters.
And today, we're going to be talking about clay fighters.
Yeah, we already talked about clay fighters before, Johnny.
Hey, don't be talking shit about clay fighters.
No, I'm not talking shit about clay fighters, but it's already been covered. So today, we're talking about Power Rangers Battle of the Grid.
Alright.
Let's cut them down to size.
I'm not just any ranger. Not by a long shot.
3, 2, 1, fight!
Power Rangers Battle for the Grid was released in 2019 by Enway, Lionsgate Games, and Limited Run Games. It's for the PlayStation 4, the Nintendo Switch, the Xbox One, PC Gaming, and whatever Google Stadia is. Anyways, it's a 3-on-3 tag team fighting game that plays similar to the Marvel vs. Capcom games. One thing that makes it stand out is that you can select the giant-sized Megazords as assists. Aside from the classic Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, you also have characters from several other series like Power Ranger Mystic Force and Power Ranger Jungle Fury. The game's story mode deals with an evil version of Tommy, the Green Ranger. Now, if you remember way back then with the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers TV show, when Tommy was first introduced, Rita brainwashed him and used him against the Rangers. They eventually help him snap out of it. He becomes a good guy, he becomes the Green Ranger, and later on the White Ranger. But in this alternate version, Tommy stays evil. He defeats the Power Rangers and even kills Rita afterwards. Now he goes from universe to universe to kill all the other Power Rangers and steal their power morphers to gain even more power. I know that's a lot of power. So this is how our main crew not only gets involved, but also run into all the other different types of Power Rangers from the different TV shows. Oh shit, Tommy even killed Rita Repulsa. Damn, this game's storyline is, Johnny, what are you doing?
Hey, if I'm going to watch the story mode, I might as well be entertained. Like mentioned earlier, the game plays like Marvel vs. Capcom, where you can tag your character in and out during gameplay, and combos or use your partners as assets. Everyone has crazy combos and juggle combos as well as super moves. You can also select a sword for each team to be an extra asset. Since these are giant robots, you'll see things like the Dragon Sword's tail appear from the side, or the Samurai Megazord's giant sword stab from above. It just adds to the already fast-paced craziness. With all the DLC complete, the game has 26 characters. Some of them include the Lord Dragon, who is the evil version of Tommy, the Ranger Slayer, which is the evil version of Kimberly, Jen, the Pink Time Force Ranger, Lauren, the Red Samurai Ranger, Goldar, Lord Zed, Rita Repulsa, and Scorpina. Since everyone loves crossovers nowadays, you also get Ryu and Chun-Li. Yes, Ryu is the Crimson Hawk Ranger, and Chun-Li is the Blue Phoenix Ranger. Alright guys, here's our thoughts on the game. And what can I say? It's a very fast-paced, wild and crazy game that's very similar to the Marvel vs. Capcom games and Dragon Ball FighterZ and all that. You got the teams of 3 jumping all over the place. There's bullets flying and arrows flying and explosions. There's lots of assist characters jumping all over the place. You got the giant Megazords with a giant sword here, or a giant arm, or a tail, and all the crazy, air combos and multiple combos and just all kinds of crazy shit that even Jupes is watching, and she's saying, I can't tell what the hell's going on, because it's just super crazy. One thing I do want to point out, I'm kind of surprised that the basic story mode is kind of tough. Most of the time story modes are not that hard, because for a lot of people, this is how you kind of get used to the game and everything. But in the story mode, like right off the bat, I had to change it to easy mode, which again is rare, because the default mode is usually not that tough. But it's like, yeah, you have all these matches where it's 2-on-1, and a lot of the fights are against the evil Black Power Rangers with the long distance gun. So most of the fighting is just you trying to get within range to attack them. And I think it's kind of annoying so fast for the first couple of fights in the beginning of the story mode, which of course means it's going to get tougher and tougher the more you keep playing and everything. And yeah, and again, story modes usually help beginners like kind of get used to the game mechanics and stuff. But here it's like, wow, they want you to be a Marvel vs. Capcom Pro like right off the bat when you're playing the story mode. So I was not expecting that one. Any thoughts, Johnny?
Well, you know, of course, this doesn't compare nowhere near Clay Fighters, but I do have to say that on its own, the game still does pretty well. The graphics look very nice. You know, it's not going to compare to, I don't know, Street Fighter 6, but I would say it's more closer to kind of sort of like Street Fighter 5 in a bit. But yeah, the graphics look nice. I noticed that they copy a lot of the, you know, elements from, you know, Street Fighter Versus, for the Marvel Versus series. The game also has a lot of reference from the actual show. Like you have all the characters, you have the theme music, even the voices sound similar to the voice actors from the actual TV show. And yeah, it's interesting to see all the Power Rangers from all the different shows, which I'm pretty sure some of them have never been seen the light of the day here in the States, but they still able to manage to put every single Power Ranger. So that's pretty cool from a fan perspective. And the gameplay is very fast. There's a lot of juggle combos, a lot of cool supers. And I do like the fact that just like those Marvel vs. series, you could also call your assistant and they'll be attacking your opponents. And you know, it's gonna be the big old, you know, robots stomping on you and stuff like that. So I like it. It's not what I was expecting for a Power Rangers game, but it's still good on its own, and it's a very entertaining game.
So one thing I do want to bring up here, it is kind of weird. I don't know if it counts towards like the base game itself, because it's more like DLC add-ons and stuff, but it was kind of annoying that when they added the last characters, the Poisandra and Rita Repulsa, like after you bought the DLC package, because Adam also comes along with the package, like Adam works just fine, but for whatever reason, Poisandra and Rita don't, and it's very confusing because like if you go to the online PS store, like it says unavailable for purchase. If you try to purchase it from within the game itself, it only takes you to like season 1 and 2, and these guys are from season 4. Like there's no mention of season 4 at all, and there's no place at all to order them. You have to go directly to the PS store from inside, like within the console itself, and you have to like actually type in Rita Repulsa, Poisandra, and unlock them. And luckily it's for free. There's a paid version and a free version. Of course, if you already bought the season's pass, you get the free version and stuff like that. But it is very annoying. It's a big hassle to unlock these characters. And the thing is, I understand the game is kind of old now. I think they stopped doing things in 22 or 23. So obviously, if it was something that's not fixed, it's not going to be fixed. It's done. So I'm glad I was able to unlock them. So Johnny and I had a chance to, you know, try out all the characters. Now my understanding is apparently when Ryu and Chun-Li came out, they also had similar issues, but at least for me, they were already there. I already bought them before, so all the DLC characters were there, except for Rita and Poisandra. But again, that's kind of a additional thing. Doesn't affect like the actual main game itself if you don't care about DLC. But it's very like disappointing and kind of an annoying thing you have to kind of go through. Like an annoying extra hassle you have to go through to unlock characters that you paid for. So that is one nitpick against the game. But other than that, the game itself is just fun. A lot of fun. Honestly, Johnny and I were just gonna play it a bit for the you know, Mark vs. Johnny, you know, little video series. But the game was just so much fun. We're like, no, we gotta review this game. We gotta review this game. So there you go. So anyways, guys, that wraps it up for this episode of Video Game Masters. This is Mark Rodriguez.
It's Johnny Rodriguez.
Oh yeah. Thanks for watching.
See you next time.
And go Power Rangers.
Go Power Rangers.